where I started to question everything. Like, what was the reason of living? What was the purpose of life? There's got to be something more. Hi guys, my name's Maz Delasena and I'm an author, healer and coach. I am the founder of the Phoenix Rising Collective and I help people heal and transform their lives. On this channel, I talk about all the things that I love, like spirituality, personal development and healing, and all things manifestation. If you're new to this channel, welcome, and if not, welcome back. But if this sounds like your kind of vibe, don't forget to hit the big red button down below, hit subscribe so you can keep up to date with all of my new uploads. In today's video, I wanted to talk about something that I felt may just help other people. And I wanted to talk about my experience on my spiritual awakening journey. I know for me, when that was happening to me, I thought I was going batshit crazy, and other people's experiences and watching and hearing what they went through like completely helped me and assured me that I was not crazy and I wasn't losing my mind. And the thing when it comes to spiritual awakening is we're all on different parts on our journey, and we're just on different places in the timeline, and everyone's experience is different. So what happened to me is totally different to the next and to you as well. But if you are searching for answers, just wondering what is going on and wanting to know other people's experiences and just want to feel reassured that you aren't crazy, you've come to the right place. So I guess for me, it started in 2014 after a bad breakup. I have shared the story about that breakup, but that was on my original YouTube channel under Maz Delasena. But that breakup actually forced me to find spirituality and the law of attraction. And I went through a phase in my life where I started to question everything. Like, what was the reason of living? What was the purpose of life? There's got to be something more. I was working a job I absolutely hated. Like, it got so bad. It got to the point where I would wake up and I would not want to get out of bed. Like, I had to drag myself out of bed to go to a job I hated. And it was just like, just looking at it at that point, just like, is this all there is to life? Like, is this what I do? Wake up to go to work I hate and rinse and repeat and just be stuck in this cycle? And I just had this big emptiness and this big yearning. Something was missing, and is this all there is to life? Anyway, that journey then led me into my personal development journey, and especially with a breakup, because I had to heal things like law of attraction, spirituality. I found Tony Robbins. That's where my journey started on personal development, which then led me into spirituality, and then learning and finding about like Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks, and then finding all other people speaking about the law of attraction, which I had heard about the law of attraction before, but it became a lot more prominent when I started on my spirituality and personal development journey. Fast forward from there, it seems for my journey, it was breakups that just triggered me to heal and triggered me to awaken. After that, I was single for 5 years, and I got myself in a position where I was a bit overweight. I lost that weight, sharing my personal development journey and my fitness journey on my other YouTube channel, Maz Delasena, and just went on that path. I was single for 5 years and, you know, got a better job, started earning more money, started blogging, started my personal development, learning more about manifestation, started manifesting things into my life. Not to the extremity now. Now I've been able to literally, I have everything on my vision board. Things that were once on my vision board are now in my reality. And I'm able to manifest a lot quicker. But that journey went on for about 5 years, where I was just growing, healing, learning, and it was great in the 5 years that I experienced that. Then I met someone else, and after that breakup, that was a toxic relationship, and after that breakup, that actually shook me. And I remember the start of it. So it was one night I was like crying so hard, like so hard. I don't think I've cried that hard, and it was like ugly crying, like loud and ugly, just on my bed crying. And all of a sudden my heart popped. Like I felt it, I heard it, and it was so loud and so sudden. My whole body was like, that I just stopped crying, and I was like, what the? And it freaked me out a little, because I'm like, I live alone, and I was like, do I need to call an ambulance? Am I having a heart attack? Oh my God, is heartbreak real, where I'm gonna kill myself from heartbreak? It literally was like that. I contemplated on calling an ambulance, but luckily I was fine. But it was after that moment when my heart popped. Now I understand, my heart chakra actually burst open. And from there, just weird stuff started to happen to me. It's not so weird now, but at first I was like, what is going on? I literally thought I was going crazy. And it all started with like just knowing what people were gonna say. It got so bad at one point that it was tripping me out. Like I would be talking to someone and I would hear what they were gonna say in my mind, and then all of a sudden they'd say it. So like for a while there, everything was like echoing. It was freaking me out. I would just know things. I'm like, what is happening? Because I would hear it first and then they would say it. And that was the start of it. And then all of a sudden, technology all around me, everything I touched. And back then I was working a full-time job, my computer, everything just kept breaking around me. Now I understand, because I was vibrating so high, the frequency I was on, the energy I was on, and being able to adjust to that, like things around me just couldn't handle it. Like literally my phone would play up, my computer would it was like literally everything was falling apart that was that was built off technology. And then all of a sudden I stopped eating meat, and that journey like literally happened because at first I didn't know, but I actually feel the emotion of the animal before it passes. So how this started happening is I would just eat, like I would do my morning routine, I would meditate, I'd feel good, do my affirmations, you know, do my visualizations, because back then I was manifesting all the things I have now. And so I was doing that, and I'd be in such a great mood, ready for work, and then I would eat. And then when I would eat, all of a sudden my high just disappeared, and I would feel really anxious and scared and nervous. It was just weird. And then a voice said in my head, it's the food. I just ignored it. Like now I always listen to that voice in my mind, but back then like I didn't quite understand it, and I don't know, I thought maybe I was just tripping out. And then it happened the next day. Such a good mood, on a high, then I eat, and then all of a sudden I just feel anger. And I remember that time when I felt anger, it was anger to a point of like, I've never even experienced that type of anger in my own life. Like, where is this anger coming from? And I had no reason to be angry, and it was such anger that I was just like, this is a whole other emotion I've never even felt. Like I've never even got this angry before, and I had no reason. And then the voice again, it's the meat. Anyway, this went on for a couple of weeks, and then I was just ignoring that voice. And then the last time I actually ate meat was spaghetti bolognese, and I love spaghetti bolognese and lasagna and stuff like that. And I was eating spaghetti bolognese, well, like cooked up spaghetti bolognese, and as I put my first mouthful to my mouth, I just remember it smelt like blood, it tasted like blood, and it was literally like I'd put my face in a raw animal. It was like, and I was like, what is happening to me? And again, that voice was so loud and clear. It's the food, it's the meat. And I just stared at this spaghetti bolognese, and I was like, how is this possible? Like this was like 1 p.m. during the day, I'm at work, like, you know, I'm not drunk, completely sober, what is happening? And it was literally smelt like blood, tasted like blood, and it was literally like I put my face in a raw animal. Like it was disgusting. And I just sat there looking at the spaghetti bolognese crying, because it was at that moment I realized I couldn't eat meat anymore. And I loved meat, and I love spaghetti bolognese. I haven't been able to eat meat since then. I don't miss it now, and it's fine. But at that point I was like Googling and searching, because I was like, what is happening to me? And it was literally hours of Googling, and I finally found a forum where there was actually a bunch of people having similar experiences to me. Literally, it wasn't something you just Googled straight away. It was hours of searching, looking for answers. And then I realized there was other people, and they were saying how you can feel like empaths on a whole other level could feel the emotion of the animal before it passed. And then I realized that is what was happening to me. now I understand, because now I'm a healer and I can actually feel and tap into people's energies and what they're feeling and whatnot. It's actually a gift now, and it's allowed my healing sessions to be so much more powerful in how I help my clients. But back then, when it was like first starting to get activated, it was freaking me out. I also remember, like I've shared another video here about the physical and emotional symptoms. I'll post links down below so you can refer to that, because I was getting rashes, and like even my hands would go like super hot and cold. And I remember one time one hand would go really hot and the other one would go cold, and I'd be like what the, like it was tripping me out. And I would hear people's thoughts, even people that were nowhere near me. The thought would drop in and I knew it was something that they said. And like, long story short, like those thoughts that I had were confirmed. Those people did think that. And at that point I started like just dropping friends, because I was like, oh my god, you were not my friend. Once I knew what was going on in people's minds, I was like, nah, you do not have my best interests. No, you do not have my back. And I was literally like, my friendship circle is so small now. And I got rid of a lot of friends, well, and I just stopped spending time with them, because once I knew what was really going on, I was like, they're not real. This is not a real friendship. But now, luckily, I have like-minded friends that are on the same path as me, you know, that are spiritual, that are conscious, that are about healing, and all the stuff that I go through or experience now is not woo-woo to them, so I don't feel crazy or left out or just weird. But yeah, that would happen, and just so many things would happen to me, like hearing people's thoughts, feeling people's emotions. I couldn't be in a crowded place. Luckily, COVID happened when this was happening to me. So, you know, we were basically in lockdown. It was actually a blessing for me, because if I was in a room with a lot of people, let's say I went out to dinner, which I used to love eating out, I would like randomly tap into someone's energy and like know exactly what they were going through and thinking, and start feeling it. Like I remember being on a boat once, and there was an old woman, and she was just sitting there dazing into the ocean, and literally I knew she was thinking about her husband that had passed away, and she was reminiscing, and I was feeling all the happiness that she was feeling when she was reminiscing. And then all of a sudden the wave of sadness, and I was going through everything she was going through, and it was tripping me out. Now that has also become a blessing, because now I know how to control that a lot more. Before, it was just happening randomly. I had no control over it, and it was just way too much for me. Like my mind was going to explode. I thought I was losing the plot. But now it's actually a blessing, and I can control it, tap in and tap out. And it helps again with my healings and my sessions with clients. But yeah, 2 years ago I thought I'd lost my mind. There's so much more to this story, but I would be here forever speaking about it. But I just wanted to share, just in case you were going through the same as well. I know there is another wave on the collective of another round of people coming to be awoken and you know, just ascending. So super excited if you're on that wave, and if you are searching for answers, and just feeling like you're not alone. You really are not alone. So I share this video so hopefully it helps you, because I know when I was going through it, like I was just searching for answers, and just wanted to feel like I hadn't lost my mind. But if you have had your own experience in your spiritual awakening, please share, drop it down in the comments, just so not only for me to read, because I'd love hearing other people's experiences, but also if there's anyone else watching this. For me, I know when I watched other YouTube videos, I would look at the comments just to see what other people are saying, and then just seeing other people experiencing the same things as me just made me feel so much better and knew that I wasn't alone. So if you've had your own experiences and whatever your journey is, please share. It may help someone out. But I hope this video helps you and you found this somewhat helpful. If you are interested in how I help and my healing services or my coaching services, I'll post all the links down below. Otherwise, until next time, guys.